We cannot tolerate, again, PKK establishing some kind of a state structure along our border in Syria. We cannot simply tolerate that, because the weaponry, the support, the training, the ammunition, and all that they got from the U.S. Army, they use them against Turkey. Well, and of course, our call again on the U.S. administration is to stop supporting PYD, YPG as they have promised. Because their promise was that once the fight against Daesh is over, once Daesh is eliminated in Syria, there will not be any more ground to support PYD, YPG.
Was this operation absolutely necessary?
Well, it was absolutely necessary because this is a right that is given to Turkey as a self-defense within the UN Charter, Article 51. Turkey is a NATO ally. In fact, we expect our NATO allies, as well as other allies, to support us in our fight against terrorism.
But many people would say you are invading another country, Syria, unilaterally.
Well, we are not invading Syria. We are eliminating a terrorist threat. That's why I said we have no interest in any part of Syrian territory.
Where is Russia in all this? Did Russia give a green light to the Afrin operation?
There has been a coordination with the Russians and the Iranians and with the international coalition, and the operation is going well so far. And now we are working again with Russia and Iran to make sure that political transition take place smoothly with the inclusion of all Syrian people.
President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has said that the Afrin operation will be finished very soon. How soon? Are we talking about days, weeks, months?
Well, it's kind of an operational detail. It could be days, it could be weeks. It will continue as long as it is necessary. But we have, our military, our intelligence have made very detailed plans for the success of the operation. And in its third day, it's going well so far. Operation will not continue more than it is necessary.
Will Manbij be next? And if Manbij is next, is there a risk of a confrontation with the U.S. troops?
We are coordinating with the Americans. We do not want to see, obviously, that kind of a confrontation. But what we would like to see is for the United States to stop supporting PYD and YPG, whether it's in Manbij or other parts of Syria.
Is Turkey moving away from NATO and the Western alliance?
Sometimes our public feels that NATO is not paying enough attention to Turkey's legitimate security concerns. The Syrian war has entered its 7th year. We have had many casualties along our borders. We fought against the Daesh terrorists, the PKK terrorists, and other terrorist organizations. And we have received very little help from NATO. And our public, our people, keep asking us, so where is NATO? But that doesn't mean that we are running away from NATO, or NATO is running away from Turkey.
Geneva talks will be held later this week, and next week a Syrian National Dialogue Congress will be held in Sochi. How is this operation on Afrin going to affect those?
We believe it's going to have a positive impact on both meetings, on both processes, Geneva or Sochi now, because it will bring an important degree of clarity as to who represents the Syrian people. We are opposed to the inclusion of PYD, YPG in any of these meetings because they are part of a terrorist network, and the terrorists cannot be there at the table representing the Syrian people.